We are worshipping this Sunday back in the church for the first time since the 15th of March, and we wanted to put together a short film so that you can see what the setup will be like for Sunday, how things will work, because it will be quite different from what you were used to before the COVID pandemic. So here we are at the front door. On arrival, please remember to put your mask on before coming into the building. If you've forgotten your mask, then there will be supplies here available for you. Don't linger in conversation with others, especially in the foyer area here, and remember to keep 2 meters apart. So when you come past the masks, you will see that we have this hand sanitizer, and please would you sanitize your hands before coming into the building. The usher will help you to come through the door here, and remember to keep your 2 meters distance as you come into the Hall of Friendship. This door will be open as well for folks to come in, and if you want to park your car here, you come in through the door and there will be a hand sanitizer station for you to use here as well, just remembering of course to keep your 2 meters distance. So after you come into the building, you'll come into the Hall of Friendship. You may notice things are slightly different because we are using the hall at the moment for our food larder on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So there will be some tables and odds and ends out, including the chiller, but we'll push all of that back so that there's plenty of space for you to come in, maintaining your distance from the person in front of you and behind you in the line. And you'll be directed to a table here at the front of the doors to the sanctuary, and this is where we will be recording your details, your name and contact details. Catherine will be here to do that, and that's in order to fulfil our requirements from NHS Scotland for the test and protect. On entering the sanctuary, you will be directed to a seat. So we've set out some seats in groups of 2 to 4, depending on household size. So if you're looking for a seat and you don't see the combination that you need, then you can ask one of the ushers to help you and to put some seats together. So the idea here is that we're keeping the seating between households at least 2 meters apart, and the government regulation is that we're allowed up to 50 in total in our building when we have our worship service. So that's why it's looking very strange. During the service, you will be required to keep your mask on at all times, although I'll be able to take mine off when I'm preaching and leading the worship. So remember to keep it on throughout the service, and also remember that you're not permitted to sing during worship. The service will last about 35 to 40 minutes, and it will be in an all-age format, at least for the first couple of weeks until we get used to the new way of doing things. You'll notice a few other things will be different in the sanctuary as well when you come in. So for example, we've taken all the Bibles, including the lectern Bible, out because we're required to take away portable items, and that would include things like the flowers. We have a Perspex screen here for the person who will be singing, so we're allowed to have somebody singing and providing a worship experience, although we're not allowed to join in with that ourselves. But hopefully we'll be able to worship together as we're listening to the words that are being offered up to God in worship, and praying that those will touch our hearts and enable us to worship in our hearts together. We'll also have at least one other musician who will be socially distanced, of course. We'll all be socially distanced here up the front as required. When we're having our service in here, we'll also be recording it for those that, for whatever reason, won't be here with us on Sunday. So we will have a tripod set up at the front here with a camera. It will be my iPhone recording that service, and after we've completed the service, we'll then take that recording and upload it onto the YouTube channel as we've done previously, so there won't be any significant changes to that format. The only change that will happen is that it will occur on Sunday rather than on Friday. And we'll also be taking the audio file from that video recording and putting it up on the Twilio phone-in service as well, so that folks who access that can have that on Sunday afternoon. During the service, we won't be taking up an offering in the normal way, because that would involve passing around a plate, which we're not permitted to do. So we'll have the offering plates at the back of the sanctuary, and as you go out, please place your offering in those plates, and John will take the offering away and arrange for it to be counted in the normal way. So when we leave the sanctuary, it'd be really good if those in the back seats would leave first, and we did that in an orderly fashion, remaining socially distant at all times. And we'll go out the sanctuary doors, and then you can leave via either exit, and remember to gel your hands as well as you leave the building. And we'd ask you as well not to congregate in the church grounds to have conversations, but would leave those until you've left the grounds. Just one more thing, if you need to use the toilet at any time, then we've only opened one up, and it's the disabled toilet here. So the normal ladies and men's toilets will not be available, and that is in order to minimise any chance of contamination. When you use the toilet, we'd ask you to wipe down the toilet and the hand basin with the wipes provided, in order to keep the risk of infection at a low level. So hopefully that gives you an idea of how we're going to be doing things on Sunday morning. We haven't completely covered everything, and you may have some questions about details and things that we haven't covered. So if that's the case, just get in touch with me or leave a question on our Facebook page. This video will be going up shortly, in time for you to look at before we worship on Sunday morning. So I pray that God will be with us as we do this, and even though it's strange and different from how we've done it in the past, that He will meet with us, and we will have a time when we have good worship and know the reality of His presence with us. So God bless you all, and I hope to see some of you on Sunday morning.